Welcome to episode 11. We are, officially in full day 3 of the stay-at-home order for the coronavirus here in Chicago. And we are, at least for my company, in week 2 of working remote. So strange enough, it's really starting to become a little more of the norm, which is weird, being remote so much. You might also hear a little bit of my dog in this one. He's up and moving and loves to make an appearance when he can. So today, if anyone has paid attention to the market today, wild rebound from my episode yesterday. Yesterday talked about a lot of the volatility in the market. In my opinion, what some of the basically the two paths that I feel like you could go down right now, depending on your situation. Today, though, was one for the books. The markets were up on average 10% today across the major indexes in the U.S. The Dow, which is one of the more popular indexes to follow, was up 11% today. And just to put that in context, that's the largest single day increase for the Dow since 1933, which is crazy. Hold on just a second too. My cat likes to make special appearances in these episodes now that I'm working from home. Apologies. So yeah, the Dow was up 11% today, the largest single day increase since 1933, which is insane. I mean, it's wild to me. I've been following the markets for a long time, but to see them swing so dramatically from one side to the other has been crazy. And probably a lot of people, if you don't want to read through all the news, are kind of wondering why. And really, I think today was 2 big moves. One, U.S. lawmakers are much closer to agreeing on what they're calling this Corona Rescue Bill, which once it's all finalized, because a lot's moving, I would be happy to go through and do kind of a debrief of my takeaways on what that's actually going to do for the economy. It's one of the largest stimulus packages that I think this government has ever passed, actually. So more to come on that. Trump also announced today, against some of his right-hand doctors' best wishes, that he wants to restart the economy a lot sooner than later. And really, the backing behind that is most people probably know, Trump deep down he's a businessman, right? His family is a billionaire family in the United States. And what he has been really proud of during his presidency is the ability to build up the economy and to see the growth that this economy has seen over the last 3 years or so has been pretty incredible. So what he doesn't want to see happen is all that fall apart. So he came out today and said he really wants to try to save a lot of these medium, small businesses, which, as we all know from paying attention to this whole thing, those are the folks that are, getting hit the hardest. So we'll see how that goes. Should be interesting to see. And what does this mean for all of us, all of us normal, everyday investors? I think the big thing to keep in mind is, this is just one day. If you were someone yesterday who listened to the podcast or just on your own decided you wanted to throw some money back in the market because of how much it's come down, good for you. You probably had a good day today. So just take that with a grain of salt. It being one of the largest single day increases of the market that we've ever seen. Everything right now is honestly just unprecedented. It seems like every day there's something new to talk about, a new record broken with the markets, for better or for worse. So everything I said in yesterday's episode, if you haven't listened to that, it's episode 10. I would just go back and listen to that. I really do believe there's kind of 2 paths you can go down, and I don't want to tell anyone what to do or what not to do, but it really will depend on your own financial situation and where you sit. So I don't think because of one giant day that needs to change or that guidance needs to change. I would, take a look at your own finances and make the best decision for you. So, and if you are interested and would like to follow along, I believe I'm calling it, the stock market rebound tracker, which I'll link to this episode as well. It's essentially a Google sheet that I'm sharing for free to all of you. And it's really just, I want this to turn into hopefully a collaborative piece that will be a lot of the companies in the sectors that coming out of this major dip in the market. There are sectors that I believe will be great places to invest in the near future. So I want this to be totally free. I know a lot of people are really worried right now. And I know there's a lot of confusion when it comes to the stock market. So obviously everything I'm trying to deliver through this podcast and, through video format is basically just to, simplify it all down, give you guys some of my best recommendations, and we'll add some tracking in there so you can, see how these perform. And I hope you guys like it. Hopefully it gives people some confidence and hopefully just calm some people's nerves on at least where to start. Especially if you're in a dire financial situation coming out of this, the hope is, some of these stocks hopefully can really help you and whoever else you're invested with to really turn your portfolio around. That's my goal. And the last thing I kind of just want to hit on, today's kind of a short episode, but I really just wanted to keep these podcasts rolling, is should you react? Again, I don't think so. I think it really depends on your situation. If you're someone who, has a stable job right now, who is sitting in a great position financially, you really have the benefit of being able to handle the stock market in these volatile times the way you always have. And there's going to be some great buying opportunities, like I've mentioned multiple times. But just because it's up, I also wouldn't suggest people running and jumping back in right away. It's just one day, even though there was news today that our lawmakers are getting closer to, locking in the stimulus package, as the news always is, it's wishy-washy, right? So if things don't go well overnight and tomorrow morning, our lawmakers are, further away from making a deal, the news could swing the other way and it could be a horrible day. So definitely don't go running back to the market right away. I would take your time and really see how this plays out. So hopefully that, answers some of your questions on what happened today. And we'll stay close to this. As this stimulus package comes out, I think that would be a great topic for this podcast, just to go through and really break down what this means. And I will be here to help. So again, you can find the rebound tracker in my podcast and on social. And if you have any questions, as always, drop me a comment, message me on socials, and we'll be back in the coming days. But for now, just hang tight, stay safe, and good luck, everybody.